Hey everybody, Michael here. Welcome to the YouTube channel for the global documentary series about urbanism, the life-sized city. Today I want to show you an excerpt from the Season 3 episode from Taipei. In a few seconds, you're going to hear me say at the beginning of the segment that everything important that I've learned about my work in urbanism as an urban designer, urban planner, I've learned from children. And I just really want to hammer home the fact that that is true. I mean it completely. I've worked with kids in school classes several times over the years. I started many years ago with my son's third grade class, walking in there saying, hey guys, there is a roundabout outside the school. Make it safer for cycling and pedestrians. Go. And that's it. And they tackled the job amazingly. Kids have this logic that we lose as we get older, this rational approach to things. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I really believe that one third grade class from anywhere in the world could plan a street, a neighborhood, an entire city better than 500 people like me. They are the most valuable, brilliant minds at our disposal. And in this segment, we're going to see how a group of parents in Taipei decided to ask the kids to design a park. And all the ideas that the kids came up with were implemented by the grown-ups. It is one of the coolest parks I've ever seen, designed by the brilliant minds of the kids who are the primary users of it. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go to Taipei. Almost every important thing I have learned in my work in urbanism, I've learned from children. And I mean that quite literally. They are the most brilliant minds at our disposal as we're struggling to make our cities better. Today, I get to see what happens when you take children seriously as designers and design thinkers.
My family, we travel to Europe or the rest of Asia, like Japan, Hong Kong, or Singapore, and we see the huge difference. Kids in Europe, they are having a lot of fun in the playgrounds, and my kids there, she can actually spend the whole afternoon playing, whereas in Taiwan, she would spend like 5 minutes playing with the crappy plastic stuff and then came to me saying, Mommy, can I have your mobile phone?
Christine is a founding member of Parks and Playgrounds for Children by Children, which places kids at the heart of the process when it comes to designing parks. With other parents, known affectionately as the Angry Mothers, she put forth a demand to the government to build more eco-friendly spaces that foster creativity. And, well, here we are.
At the beginning, those officials were like, but mothers, you should go home and cook for your kids, or you don't understand the national standard for playgrounds. Maybe you should study more and we can have this conversation. Then we go home and read everything about playground safety standards or designs or child-friendly cities. And we Angry Mothers, as they call us, became the experts of children's needs, and we are translating children's needs into understandable stuff to the government officials.
Children often pitch in their ideas, but in this park, they were the main consultants in the design process from start to finish. During phase 1, about 60 kids submitted their designs using different materials. Once designs were selected, workshops were held on site. Kids would play with tiles, wood, or cardboard, so designers could see how they were using them. They would then present the results to the parents for their input. Phase 2 took about 10 months, involving the kids in the actual construction. The success here is so great that the city has changed the standard of procedure for park implementation, and every single new park has to involve children from its early stages.
Sensory walls in the tunnel, they're done by the kids participants.
So these are all kids' designs? Yeah.
The boring ones, not the interesting. That's the interesting.
The boring designs weren't done by kids. Anything interesting, the kids did it. Yeah.
This is called the Garden Stunt Pit, the official name. And it's the combination of sand and water.
So water's flowing down.
Yeah,
and
from
you
the
can dam
hills.
it up. I get it. I get it so much that I literally still do this. I'm 51. I'm gonna be here all week, basically.
This is actually for wheelchair users.
Oh, they
When-
can like slide in under there
Yeah.
and play. I see a warning sign already.
This is like everyone in this country was really cautious
Yeah.
because they don't want their kids to be hurt or they don't want their kids to have any accidents. Like they bubble wrap their children even in the playground. But now we can actually use stuff like this where kids can assess their own risk and they can jump up and down. And you can see there's low stairs, big ones, small ones.
And it tests their abilities, it tests their motor skills and their risk assessment. Like, okay, I gotta navigate here. Through PPCC, nearly 50 parks in Taipei and another 50 or so in New Taipei City, the municipalities surrounding Taipei, were either restored or built with family participation. And while they're fantastic spaces, they're nonetheless confined to a specific designated area. After helping the kids reclaim the parks, the angry mothers decided it was also time for the children to reclaim the streets of their neighborhoods. That's how street play events were born.
This is actually the free play of cardboard for them to build their own stuff.
A mini version of the life-size city, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's so cool. They build houses and streets in a way, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's like no limits there. That's just everybody get it. What is it just paint?
Yeah.
I'm sure that the paint that was selected was easy to wash out,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the government wants it to be washable as well because we need to make it clean
Right, of
and give
course,
it
yeah.
back to the community.
Getting the permission to close down this street, was that easy?
It's terribly hard for us
Really?
at the beginning. This is the third one. In the second one, we actually made it as a policy. Now you can actually talk to the government, fill in some forms, and get the street closed for children for play.
The community college teachers can... Oh, okay. It's trying to remember your question now because there's just stuff going on all over the place and you want to play basically, you know? Yeah. Nice.
The elder citizens are here, and the younger citizens are here, and they can play with each other. And play is the element for people to connect with each other freely and happily.
There are countless tools that we can use to make our cities better. There are brilliant minds to work with, like kids. But man, don't mess with the greatest force in the last century of urbanism, angry mothers. Okay, go!
1、2、3。台湾带你一起上街玩。